All right, so let's hopefully I'm not going to get bit again on this one. So, hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and a little apprehensive about this video. All my returning viewers, you know why. You absolutely know why. Here's another little thing that just bugs the heck out of me. Why can't we have? Why does it got to be a big old jug of juice? Why has it got to be the 1.75 liter? And why can't I get a standard 750 of these things? That's why I always tend to try and steer away from these big ones, because if it's bad, it's going to be bad for a long time. So let's go ahead and let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we? Today's off-the-rip video is going to be of the Evan Williams 1783 Commemorative Edition, America 250, small batch. It doesn't mean anything. Extra aged in white oak. Interesting. We'll figure that out in a full review. 90 proof, better than that 86 crap, but not by much. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 45% alcohol by volume. We'll get a quick look at the back side. Not going to go through all that at the moment. We're just going to let it go. It does have a little tag. We're going to pull that off and take a look at it during the full review. But first, let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we? How do we get this open here? Here we go. There you go. Maybe. All right, it's a twister. She's a twister. It's a nondescript black. It's a standard, I think. I'm gonna have to pour this one from this side. Glug, 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 glug. It does have one of those plastic flow restrictors. That's good. It's a big Goliath in there. Yeah. Put you out of the way. You're just too dang big. You got those broad shoulders, just like Mr. Randy. Jeez. Okay, on the nose. Oh, the nose is better. I'm getting dry oak, pencil eraser, a slight bit of sweet cinnamon, more vanilla, but just a slight on the very, 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 very back end, like the very last seat on the school bus. Caramel. There's never really detected a whole lot of caramel coming out of Evan Williams. It's mostly oak with some vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon. Mr. Randy does a 3-part series. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you, because that's what we do. Part 2, full review. We drink it down halfway. It's going to be a while. Put it back on the shelf. We let it sit there for, God, who knows how long. I don't know. But we'll go online. We've already done some research into the other expression version, if you will, of this commemorative edition. There's 3. There's the one I had, the 86, which was crap. This one's the 90. And then you have the single barrel that's like 100 and some odd, 117.67, 160, something like that. And I come back, we talk about it, I score it, continue to drink it, because part 3, a long time from here probably, going to be the final pour, thusly named. We have the final pour, compare it to today's first pour off the rip, and everything in between. Yeah. This kind of puts you back, Let's get it on the palate. Let's do that initial palating. Well, it is better. I'll give you that much. By how much? We'll have to wait and see. Because if you're new to the channel, or if this information you just didn't have before, most of the time when you get the off the rip, the first pour or two, everything inside, all the alcohol, the flavor, the nosing, all those, everything's going to be all tight and jarred up because it's been bottled up. Once you open it up, you start pouring, and you put more air in there. It gives everything inside a little chance to loosen up, relax, and it's jazz hands. I'm getting a little bit of... No, I'm going to save it. I'm not going to say it. We'll reserve it until we get to this next part here. and we're moving on. Yeah, it's got some good viscosity, transfers well to the mouth. We're having a much better experience. I can at least pin that in it. Okay. Now I feel like I got to go out and buy a regular 1783. I have the Hero Edition. I have the 2025 Hero Edition 1783. I should go out before the 2026 version comes out and get a regular 1783 before right around when we get down to the full review, and probably compare it this to the regular. I mean, it's around about that time. So hopefully if they release that 2026 Hero Edition, it can sync up where I could have this one, the 2026 Hero Edition, plus the standard 1783. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. I'm going to keep that at the front of my mind. On the palate, I am getting a much better experience. You said that. It is I think it's very close to the standard 1783. I believe there's a little bit more dryness to it. Just grab some water. Sort of refresh that palate a little bit before we move on to the finish. There's a little bit more dryness to it. Like I said, I've done information, I've done the research on the regular. There's plenty of stuff up here, so we'll get it on the full review. It's just celebrating America's 250th birthday. I'm not gonna sing. Happy birthday, America. You look great for 250. Last few years have been a little rough. But we're coming through on the other side. So let's go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel. That way you're going to get much wonderful, amazing content such as this coming to you directly ASAP as soon as I release it. Let's go ahead and do this finish. Yeah, there's a bit of dryness, but it has a little more roughness. Now, if you haven't seen that review of the other Commemorative 80 crap, whatever it was, I feel a redemption arc coming on. I feel there's a redemption arc in this bottle. There is extra dryness, a little bit of roughness that gives it character, which the other one did not have. The other one laid pretty much flat on the floor. This one is a little bit, it's drier. It's got a little bit more dryness to it. It has more character. Everything seems to be well-rounded and relatively balanced. I have got some tingling going on clear across the board. Cheeks, gums, lips, tongue, top of the roof of the mouth. Jowls. In the back end has a heat. We're going to give it a factor of just maybe a little over 1 out of 5. It's nothing serious, but it's all got presence. It has presence clear across the board. It's definitely got some presence. It's definitely better than the previous one I did, Evan Williams 1783 Commemorative Edition. Yeah. So I think all the action, the numbness and the cheeks and the gums and whatnot, it's going to linger for a little while, but I'm not going to keep you. In the comment section, would love to know, where are you at? What are you currently drinking? Have you seen this? Have you seen all 3? Because I've only seen 2. I talked to the manager about the previous one. I was asking him about the single barrel, the 117.67, and he said that those are kind of allocated. And so I told him about my experience with the 80 something whatever, and he was like, oh, well, you should try the 90. And I'm like, it's not out. He's like, it's on the shelf. So I went, and so they replaced the other stuff with this one. So didn't see any other ones, but seen this one. But there it is. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Hoping it's a good one. Really hoping it's a good one. It's not too bad.